I'm not a cosmopolitan. I was living in United States 26 years, and I made movies. Everybody's saying big movies. You see, the gladiators, the big gladiator Maximus, he went all around Spain, Africa, Rome, but on the end, Italy, on the end he said, I want to go to my wife. Where you want to be buried. Because actually, all your life, you travel around, you get money, but you said, do you work? And you think, okay, I stay in Hollywood. I just came from Hollywood. I have a house in Bel Air, which is one beautiful place to live. And I had a house, I had my neighborhood, my little cafe, where I went every morning with a dog. I had my coffee, and I was thinking I will be happy. And then in one moment I find out that too many people living there that I don't know. I'm missing that somebody in the morning say, good morning, Mr. Lustig, how are you? Nobody gave a shit about me. And okay, I need somewhere to go and live where somebody will be one day when I die, on my burial, somebody will say something. I know the building. I know the building behind me. I know the park. I grew up here in the city. They made a lot of bad things to me. The former Nazi government of this country, in 1941, they put me in a concentration camp. They sent me to Auschwitz. But, you know, from then to today is already 70 years. And slowly you start to forgive them. Not forgive them, you don't forget. And you try to forgive them. And you try to find the reason why they have done it. I'm talking to the children in this town, what I'm calling my home. And I try to explain them what's happened 70 years ago. And I go over. And forgiveness is a big thing. No, the problem is that, I mean, no problem, but the people they're moving around, they will find a place immediately when they are arriving, or a little bit later, they will find a place where they're feeling very good. And they will stay there, and there will be assimilation between the people, the cosmopolits, the traveling around, and the people that staying in the country what they like. But the work is not something what keep you on one place. The only thing what keep you on one place is love. Cosmopolitanism will never beat the hub feeling. And one day, if you travel around one way, you will say, I'm homesick, I want to go home to my wife. That's because they must. They started with Inquisition in Spain, and they went all around the world. But when they ask them, where are you feeling the best? They will say, on the place where I made my family. I'm president also of the Jewish Film Festival in this town. And I'm not making it for Jews, because in this town there are 300 Jews left. or other killed. And but I'm making it more for tolerance with other people, exactly for the reason this will not happen again. In a movie, the most important thing that the people understand what they're watching. In a movie, what is made, you don't believe. You believe the 2 hours that you're watching it. And then in the moment you come out from the movie theater, you forget it. It's a good movie or a bad movie. But for a documentary, you cannot say it's a good documentary or a bad documentary because it's really happening. The movie that Steven Spielberg made was a genius, by the way. And I'm very proud that I helped him to make the movie. And Schindler's List is like a documentary because it's really happened. And when you go out of the movie theater, all the time you think what's happened to the poor people. And the people exist. Every character in this movie exists. And we went from one to the other when we made the script. We really described the real existing people. So Schindler's List is like a, you see, Schindler's List is like a, we saying is a feature, but can be also a documentary. But it's not anymore movies like before, in our youth. When I came, nobody's making a Schindler anymore. There is no Hitchcock anymore. There is no Orson Welles anymore. The actors, and the directors, they are not more like the old directors from the old time. And don't forget, the best directors, they always came to the United States from Europe. And now, there's no reason they should leave Europe. I hope they will not be never again. But I'm sure there will be never again, but because we fight for them. Look, when I was in camp, I was 10 years old. Today I'm 81. And not many anymore. Right? The people there are numbered in Auschwitz, like me. They are all together, we were about 700,000 numbered, maybe 8. Today, they find out there are 3,000 people that have numbers on their arms. So slowly, we're leaving. And also, it's a culture that is leaving. The people going to Krakow because they want to catch something that doesn't exist anymore. And how you say enttäuscht?
What?
Enttäuscht.
Enttäuscht. Disappointed.
In English.
Disappointed. Huh?
Disappointed. And the people, when they saw Krakow, they're very disappointed. But what you say there at the Jewish square, on the Jewish, so-called Jewish square, so-called Jewish market, when you see the musicians, they're supposed to be Jewish musicians, and they're supposed to play Jewish music. But it's everything like instant cafe, Very sad that the best thing from the Austro-Hungarian monarchy, what left is the Sachar torte and the chocolate on the square. And that's the only what remains from the big Austro-Hungarian kingdom. It's a Sachar torte on the main square of Zagreb. Today, heroes doesn't exist anymore. The people making, and the real heroes today are very rare. Today is the woman in red on the square in Istanbul a hero, or she's just a figure? she's a figure which happened to have a red dress on the day when this happened. But she's not a hero. She's the same like the all thousands of others around her. But she had a red dress. The same thing like in Schindler's List. Is this little girl in a red dress something special? No. She's the same like all others. Only she has a red dress so we can see it and remember that she represents something. She represents the 1,200,000 children that were killed during the Holocaust. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, but in 3 days. What's today? Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday,
Thursday.
Saturday, Sunday. In 3 days, there will be a lot of people here from European Union. And there is nobody, that's interesting, nobody that we saying, oh, he's the leader of New Europe. He's a hero. Or we are heroes because we, no, they're all the same, all crowd. Nobody can say anymore, I'm a Berliner. That was once good, and then he was a hero. Today, you cannot say anything that you will impress the people. Because the people, everybody's living his own life. And living his own life, he cannot be a cosmopolitan. Because cosmopolitanism is not not only going out in the world and be brother with everybody. No. Something else. And this something else slowly disappeared.